Alexander Volkanovski. He is minus 125, the current champion. On the other side here, we've got Ilia Topuria, plus 105. Now, Topuria, 14-0, 6-0 in the UFC, has looked great. Out of those victories, 4 of them came inside the distance, looking great, good boxing, good footwork, jiu-jitsu, black belt. I mean, the guy definitely has it all, and he's young. He's a rising star in the UFC. But the one thing for me here is really his rise is a great stylistic matchups, one-dimensional fighters, guys that really set up very, very well for Topuria. On the other side, though, Volkanovski, obviously the veteran, been around a long time, but he has beaten some of the best guys in the division ever. When you got guys like he beat Aldo, he beat Brian Ortega, he beat Yair Rodriguez, Max Holloway 3 times. I mean, that is really, really incredible when you look at the level of guys that he has beat. Now, on the other side here, you've got Topuria, the four-fight win streak that he's got going on, well, really a 6-fight or 14-fight, but the win streak he has right now going, very suspect guys, one-dimensional guys. I mean, Ryan Hall, he's a jiu-jitsu nerd. Guy has no striking at all. I think, Prez, you may be able to throw a harder punch than this guy. Topuria puts him out. That was that. Then he fought Jai Herbert, John Herbert is middling guy. He's 1-2-1 out of his last 4. Has not looked great. But first round, he drops Topuria, almost finishes him in the first round. Topuria came back, got that knockout, so credit to him. But I don't like the fact of how hittable that was. And Herbert, not the greatest fighter overall. The next guy he fought was Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell is a wrestler, again, a guy who has 0 striking, will want to wet blanket you. We bet Topuria in that spot, thought that the takedown defense would be there. He'd be better on the ground, did that, got that submission. And then most recently, he beat a 38-year-old Josh Emmett, who's a boxer, has wrestling, doesn't wrestle, and it's just a great scenario for him. He went out there and dominated. Now, the recency bias and why the money has come in on Topuria is really what people have just seen. They just saw Josh Emmett get dominated by Topuria. We just watched Alexander Volkanovski get knocked out in the first round by Islam Makhachev. But the big missing piece here that I feel like people aren't really kind of looking into is how that fight was set up. Volkanovski was on a 10-day notice, had to go to Abu Dhabi, fight up a weight class against arguably the number 1 fighter on the planet. So, and obviously Volkanovski's up there too, but to me, that's a big, steep hill to climb. I think it's bad. I think this number is way off. Volkanovski should be a much bigger favorite. I think he's going to move forward. He's not going to care about the boxing of Topuria. He's going to smash that front leg. And I think you're going to see a lot of takedowns, a lot of smothering, bringing Topuria into the later rounds. I like Volkanovski here. I think he dominates and keeps that title. So Volkanovski minus 125 is a great number.